Hi everyone, welcome to a new Indonesianist podcast. This is a podcast with the Indonesia Project where we have a chat with Indonesianists or scholars who have studied Indonesia for a long time. And this is an opportunity to have a chat with them personally. So, my name is Arianto Patundru. I'm with the Indonesia Project. And this time we have the opportunity to have a chat with Pak Chris Manning and Ibu Tri Manning. Chris is a long-time active participant of the Indonesia Project. He was the head of the Indonesia Project for quite some time. Is an honorary associate professor at the Indonesia Project, and Ibu Tri Manning is Indonesian Bahasa Indonesia teacher in Canberra, and we're going to talk about that aspect as well, about teaching Indonesian language in Australia. As usual, I'd like to start with the origin story, and that means I'd like to ask Pak Chris and Ibu Tri about their upbringing, where they grew up, and what interested them the first place studying Indonesia. So I'll start with you, Pak Chris. Can you tell us about your upbringing?
Yeah, certainly, Joe. I didn't actually start with an interest in Indonesia.
Okay.
I was much more interested in India because there was more information around. But subsequently, I teamed up with the Indonesian Studies program here and studied with Tony Johns and the Indonesian, was the Oriental Studies program at that time. Very, very sort of scholastic.
Yeah.
But there was also an Indonesia focus developing in the Coombs building under Professor Arndt. I had close contacts with David Penny, who was one of his staff members.
Right.
And he facilitated me going to Indonesia to meet with some researchers, and this was early on when I was still in my bachelor.
Right. So your bachelor is in Sydney?
But no, my bachelor was here.
Oh, here, yeah, new.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Indonesian department had just opened with Tony Johns. Tony had only been about 3 or 4 years here. Yeah. And so it was very new, yeah.
Right. And then how did you get interested in Indonesia?
Well, partly because of the Indonesia project. It wasn't the Indonesia project there, but the Indonesia research here, and David Penny in particular.
Yeah. Okay.
More generally, I was very interested in Asia and very concerned about some of the developments of Australia's relations with Asia. The Vietnam War, in particular, Australia's engagement in that.
Right.
For my generation of scholars, that was a huge event because the government introduced conscription.
Okay.
And it was a ballot, right ballot. I wasn't selected to participate, but I was quite insistent that I would not go.
Right.
So I might have spent some time in jail.
Yeah. And how about you, Ibu Tri? Where did you grow up? And I will ask later on how did you meet, but first, how did you grow up?
I didn't say where he grew up. He was born in Punabara, New South Wales, and he went to boarding school.
Right.
And I was born in Jogja, and then in Jogja, primary school, high school, university, all in Jogja.
Right.
I was graduated from Gajah Mada in anthropology.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. And I met Pak Chris
Yeah.
in the library because one of my lecturers in Gajah Mada was Pak Masri Singarimbun.
Okay.
So because of him, he sent us to go to library and population studies. And
Right.
yes, yeah.
But if I'm not wrong, you started with IPB, but not Gajah Mada, right?
I did, yes, yeah. This is fast forward.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I went up to Indonesia as a volunteer graduate.
Right.
Which was a special program for Indonesia, which started with Professor Herb Feith when he was a student.
Okay.
And then there were Joan Harjono and a number of other Australians who were engaged in this volunteer graduate.
So your first engagement with Indonesian university is with Bogor?
It was with Bogor, yes.
And you were still at the undergraduate program at that time?
I finished my undergraduate
just finished.
program.
Right.
Yeah.
And what did you do in Bogor?
I was a sort of a teaching assistant and a research assistant to a group of people, but in particular Rudy Sanaga.
Right.
And
Sayogyo
was sociology, so I wasn't really that equipped to do much to help him. It was in the SOSEC department.
Right.
And so there are a number of Gunawan Wiradadi and several other of the IP people.
So after IPB, did you go straight to UGM, or you went here first, Australia? And
I went back.
Okay.
They were quite separate, those activities.
So after IPB, what did you do, Pat?
After IPB, I did a master's degree in Monash University.
Monash, okay.
So when I'd been in Indonesia, I met up with Herb Feith.
Yes.
And Jamie Mackey, who often came to Indonesia, of course. And they persuaded me not to go back to ANU, but to go to Monash.
Okay.
And it was a great decision. I was really, really pleased that it happened.
Yeah. What was your subject for your master's thesis?
It was about the timber industry in East Kalimantan.
Oh, the one you published in BIS.
That's correct.
Oh, right.
That was from my master's degree.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then after Monash, you went back to Indonesia, but that's to UGM, is that right?
I came back to ANU.
ANU first.
Initially, and did my PhD.
Okay.
That's not exactly correct, actually. I went back as a volunteer again, but not the same program.
Right.
And then came back to ANU to do a PhD.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And your PhD supervisor was?
It was from Monash, Dr. David Evans.
Okay.
He wasn't an Indonesianist, but he was a very encouraging supervisor. Yeah.
Right. And after some time, you went back to Indonesia, but mostly to UGM.
That's right.
Right. And that's when you met Ibu Tri.
Yes. Not immediately. Yeah. But along. Well. Yeah. I went back to UGM because of David Penny, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And he had close contacts with the agricultural researchers, agricultural economics in particular.
Right.
And so that sort of started me on a slightly different path.
What do you mean by different path?
Well, I suppose I was initially interested in foreign investment and Indonesia's transformation after the Sukarno years to an open market-oriented economy. And that whole process. But the connections with IPB led me to spend quite a lot of time in rural West Java, where IPB had a program of support for the Kabupaten Karawang. And so I spent quite a bit of time in the villages there, assisting with that research project, I guess I'd say.
And that research project, is that the one involving David Penny and Masri Singarimbo?
It sort of came out of that. The relationship between Masri and David Penny came out of David's connection initially with Rudy Sanaga and Professor Suyokyo and so on. And so but it wasn't a direct outcome.
Right. I remember I've read somewhere about that famous monograph about Sri Harjo.
Yeah, you were with Pak Masri.
So when I was in Australia, working for my masters, I was also a research assistant to David. And he'd come back from North Sumatra, and he spent a little bit of time talking to Masri Singarimbo, who was visiting here. And very quickly they got engaged in talking about the issues of poverty in Java. And they then launched a research project. And I was a research assistant for that project too.
Is that when you have initial interest that then grew up increasingly on the issue of wages, labor market?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, my perspective was always poverty's about jobs, and better jobs if you can get them. But certainly you need to have jobs. And Indonesia was going through quite a big transition as it became a market economy, and there were quite big innovations in agriculture. The Green Revolution provided a lot of employment and also some modernization of agricultural practices.
Now let's go back to when you met with Putri. So when was it, Ibu?
I met Pak Chris in 1979. And Pak Chris was working for the population studies with Pak Masri Singarimbun. Yes, I'm still studying in anthropology. Yes,
So you studied anthropology, but then you shifted as teaching Bahasa Indonesia. How?
Okay, I was study in anthropology at that time 1979, and then 1982 we got married. Yes,
In Jogja.
In Jogja. And married Chris Manning is really married very busy man. After we got married, and he had to, he has a project with Tajuddin Nur Effendi about employment and what is it, Chris? Like informal sector in Jogja.
This is Pak Tajuddin from political science, UGM.
Correct. Yes, they are good friends. Yes.
It was actually geography initially, and then he transferred to political science.
So straight away, he's busy with this project, and and after that, I finished my sarjana, S1. And then 1983 we moved to Bogor because Pak Chris working with survey agroeconomy IPP.
Right.
Yeah. And also in Bogor, also I was what I'm doing here, and then I was one of the research assistant also involved with that.
Right.
And, we doing research in, I think in
East Java.
East Java and also a little bit in West Java.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, both. And yeah, we went to East Java. We went to is it Tulungagung? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Mm.
That's it. And then after we finished, Chris finished. Oh, Chris, I remember that job, part of your job, you working 1 year in Bogor and then 1 year in Washington, D.C.
Yeah,
with
that was
Deepak.
that. Yeah.
Is
Matilda.
that World Bank project?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Right.
So we moved to Washington there until 84, and then we moved to Adelaide,
Flinders.
Flinders University.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Mm.
So that, and I said, what shall I do with my degree in anthropology? I do not do anything, and then because Pak Chris is at that time he was recruited by Lens, Professor Lens, Brennan Lens, in Asian Studies.
Oh,
at Flinders.
yes. Yeah, Graham Hugo. Actually.
Graham Hugo, okay.
Oh.
So he was working Asian study, and then Keith Fulcher, he's nice, asking me, would you like to be a tutor? I said, oh, I don't know anything about teaching, and then I just go along with that. And yeah, I was tutoring at Flinders University. They have a student from Flinders University and also from Adelaide University. And one of them was the student was at Aspinall.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was very bright student. Yes, yeah.
And at that time, were you also teaching at Flinders Park?
Yes, I was teaching at Flinders.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a special program for students doing population studies and demography.
Right.
And I was involved in teaching in that program.
Right.
And eventually became this sort of coordinator of that program.
How long were you there in Flinders?
6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after Flinders, you went back here in Canberra.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was the Bajak for Hal Hill.
Oh, Hal Hill represented you. Okay.
Very entrepreneurial.
Right. So that's immediately with the Indonesia project, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Right. When was that?
That was
91.
91?
91, yeah.
Right.
Mm.
And then tell us, because of course you were the head of the Indonesia project for some years as well. Can you tell us about it from what year until what year and what's specifically?
Yeah, sure. That began just in the year of the coup, 1998.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, not the coup, the crisis.
Yeah, the crisis, yeah.
Year of the crisis,
Right.
not the coup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Suharto stepped down, of course.
Yeah. Suharto stepped down. Yeah. And so, I've lost the train now.
98.
98.
98. Let's see.
Are you as a head? Before that, you just
Howard recruited me, and then I became head. Howard wanted to step down and work on Southeast Asia,
Right.
Not just on Indonesia.
Right.
And he recruited myself and Ross McLeod
Right.
into the Indonesia project.
Okay.
And Ross edited the bulletin, and I managed the project.
Oh, so you were the head of the project, and Ross was the editor of the bulletin.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And so, so for a number of years that was the setup, and now then it got very much bigger when Budi came along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and you still have your engagement with universities in Indonesia, maybe visiting often in your capacity as the head of the project. Was it mainly with UGM or with other universities as well?
Other universities as well.
Right.
With LPM,
Oh,
I had
yes.
some connections
Right.
with LPM.
Right.
UNPAD,
Yeah.
particularly with Bu Amida Al-Shabana.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I wasn't a demographer, but ended up working with demographers for a number of years.
Right.
So,
And you're also interested in issues like transmigration, if I remember correctly, right?
yeah, well, that's really
Yeah.
a population-related
Yeah.
topic in the sense of
Yeah.
movement of people and
Right.
all of that.
I've read some of your works with Premachandra Tokorala on transmigration.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did a little book on migration
Right.
in the Southeast Asia,
Right. Right.
particularly out migration from the poorer countries like Indonesia
Right.
to Malaysia and Thailand,
Right.
and from it, Vietnam was part of that movement as well. So
Right.
we're just looking at what were the impacts of that that migration, particularly for the economies, the better off economies in the region.
Right.
Mm.
And during those time, you were busy as the head of Indonesia project. Ibu Tri, you continue teaching in Canberra?
Yes, yeah. In 91, like I said, came from, what is it, Flinders Uni. Also, when I was at Flinders Uni, I'm doing, I want to do master in sociology because I thought, oh, what I'm doing here, not doing anything, not enough. And then because I'm from anthropology, I did what is it? Before master something. I completely.
What do you call it? Master's qualifying.
Yes, master qualifying in sociology.
Right.
And then when I'm doing that, he'll coming and want to take Chris to Canberra.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, and then I continue. Now I'm moving to Canberra. I did my master in anthropology with Patrick Guinness is my supervisor.
Right.
Yes, yeah. So, and then and I become like a lot of things what I did. I am a tutor one time with Ibu Yohani, and then I'm a tutor with Poiko. And also I'm a tutor with Minako at Pa.
Right.
Yes.
And Bu Prapti.
And Bu Prapti also, but Bu Prapti mostly, she was a tutor and, very famous tutor in ANU.
Right.
With Ibu Yohani John, Pak George Queen. And me tutor in everywhere, Pa. Teaching Indonesian with AFT.
Right.
House A, and then they asked me to be teaching Javanese.
Japanese?
Jawa, bahasa Jawa.
Right. Yeah.
For DSD. I'll say I'm teaching spy. No, because they learning Javanese, because if they have a joint exercise with Indonesian army, they can, because some of the people speaking in Javanese, so they will know a little bit of Javanese language. Yes. Yeah. This is it. Yeah.
That's the time when Bahasa Indonesia were thought quite widespread in Australia, right? But now it's going down.
Look like it's going down. Look like they know.
Why do you think, Ibu?
I asked someone, say, if the student coming to Indonesia, is it they don't talk to Australian and Indonesian. They want to speak to the Australian in English.
Oh, okay.
Look like they're not interested,
Right.
but maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Yes,
Right.
because during the teaching 91 until I think 97 or something, Indonesian language in ANU is quite good because they have the lecturer was Yohani Chun, Virginia Hooper, Pak Supomo, and then Pak George Quinn came 1997.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pity,
I
but
remember we had in this podcast as well with Pak George Quinn and Ibu Virginia Hooker, and both were expressing their disappointment of the declining of Indonesian
yes,
language
yes,
teaching in Australia.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that can be revitalized in some way?
I think it can
Yeah.
if we are.
What about in the high school? Are they still teaching it?
Yeah, they're still teaching. I think still in I think Hooker College or something.
Right. Yeah.
And some of the private school, I think Angli, the one Berkman College or something,
Berkman
in the
College. Yeah.
Tanggalin,
Right.
because one of the teacher was Ibu, oh I forgot, she was recruited from Indonesia.
Mm.
Yes,
Right.
and also Merici College.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as what a little bit of what some of the teaching, and I remember I remember that she said, "Three, I'm learning Indonesian." She said, "Yeah."
Yeah. Okay.
I think she is in the high school near Watson, but in the
Right.
primary school, I don't know what
Yeah.
school it is.
Yeah.
Or some, but
Okay.
I think it maybe, what is it? Australian government and Indonesian government lift it up a bit and make it teaching Indonesian like with the student more interested, for example, not just learning the language,
Right.
mixed with the culture, I think will be good.
People to people
Yes,
interaction.
yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is what, yeah. But I don't know after that because we went to Indonesia back 2012
Right.
until 2018.
Yeah.
So we not, what is it? I'm not following up with this,
Right.
the development of Indonesian. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there is an Indonesian study in grammar, is it? Girl grammar or boys grammar? I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure. Well, I think there was. I'm not sure if it is still continuing at the moment.
Okay,
But
right.
my boys, they
Yeah,
studied
grammar, yeah.
no, in Telopia.
Okay,
Yeah, and then in Narabanda College.
right.
Yeah, but my daughter in CGGS, I don't think there is an Indonesian language at the moment.
Okay, is it girl grammar? Yeah,
Yes.
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 Or no Indonesian at the
No.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know,
Mhm.
and I'm not mistaken. I think I remember 1998, I was helping student from Narabanda.
Right.
They're doing baccalaureate international,
Right.
and I was helping with Pak Dedi's daughter and Pak Hadi Sastro's son,
Mm-hmm.
helping them with Indonesian.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they're still doing it now.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Mhm.
Do you still follow development in Indonesia? But are you still
Yes,
communicated?
I do.
Right.
I do follow it, not as closely as I have been in the past.
Yeah.
Um,
When was the last time you were in Indonesia?
well,
2018?
maybe 6 months ago, was it?
6 months ago.
Oh yeah, you went to
Oh,
Indonesia.
that's right. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But I think you also lived in Jogja for quite
8
some
years, yeah,
yeah,
2012 until 2019.
Right.
Yeah, almost 7 years. And Pak Chris working with, what's it?
With Tajudin.
Tajudin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
research project.
research project. You doing Bangkok Bantul Bangkit is about
after the
after the
earthquake.
earthquake. You study in Sriharjo, Pak Chris.
Oh, okay.
And also, sorry, but I just
No,
helping Pak Chris.
yeah.
And he was working in Aceh also, 2014.
Yeah, I went to Aceh. There was an Australian supported, or DFAT supported
Right.
project in Aceh, particularly to do with vocational training
All right.
after the tsunami.
Yeah. Right.
And there was a big shortage of skilled manpower.
In Aceh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people were killed, and activities were severely disrupted, and they had to try and rebuild all that superstructure.
Right.
So yeah, that was a good experience.
Right.
I'd been to Papua, but I hadn't been to Aceh.
Right. And I remember before Aceh project, you were in Jakarta with Peter Macaulay with
That's
another
correct.
project.
That was the
what was that
USA.
Yeah,
that
right.
was the USA project.
Right.
Let's see. Again, my work was mainly on employment and skills and those sorts of subjects.
Right.
And then I worked in collaboration with several Indonesian scholars.
Right.
Yeah.
And I understand you have many students now in Indonesia. Your supervisees are now spread around in the country.
Yeah, not so much. Certainly nothing like how Hill. And partly the postgraduate programs at ANU really expanded from around about, I mean, I don't know the data, but around about 2015 onwards. And so I already wasn't active at ANU anymore. I was in Georgia at that time. So yeah. But yeah, no, I do have a number of students that are engaged in different activities.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but do you still remember many of your students now? Maybe from Australian side, some of your students are diplomats?
Diplomat, yes.
Yeah.
And then AFP also.
Oh,
They all, they all sudah pangkat tinggi, maybe they don't remember me anymore.
Right.
Yes.
AFP is the Australian Federal Police.
Federal Police, yes. I will helping them when, what is it, the September 11. Yes.
Okay.
And then they got training, and then they sent them, after learning here, they sent them to Semarang.
Right.
There is I think academic, I'm not really sure, for the police.
Right.
And from here, they go there.
Yeah.
It's a big project. Actually.
Big project,
yeah,
yes.
In
Right.
Semarang.
It's Semarang. Yeah.
Mm.
I just want to add Pak Chris.
Yeah.
When Pak Chris was in Jogja, working with Population Study Center, he was also supervising a student from Gajah Mada, S3, and also, I think from IPB also, Chris, IPB.
Yeah, I mean,
they all coming, and
the Population Study Center had a special program for penelitian sosial, social research.
Right.
And I was involved with that project. I think there was something like 12 batches of, it was a 2-week program.
Right.
And it went on for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
And so I met a lot of the students from the regional universities. The students were from regional universities throughout Indonesia.
Right.
And it was I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And from long time observing Indonesia, in particular in labor market issues, what do you think? What is it that you still want to see developed or improving in Indonesia in terms
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
maybe employment, population, or labor market issues, but
Yeah. Yeah. What do I want to see improved? Yeah. Um, it's sort of a difficult question in a way. Skills are a problem,
of course,
of course.
yeah,
There's quite a lot of talk now about the middle class,
right,
and that people are not progressing,
right,
and institutions not progressing beyond
right,
to a higher level of skills
yeah,
and activities. Unemployment's never really been a problem in Indonesia because there's such a widespread
right,
informal sector.
right,
So it's not directly a problem, but of course,
yeah,
and there's, I think Monica and other people have been working on middle class jobs,
yeah,
and the fact that many of the graduates are
right,
finding it difficult to get jobs.
right,
So that has something to do with the nature of the courses people are doing,
right,
and also maybe the orientation of the students
yeah,
towards formal jobs rather than towards self-employed enterprises.
right,
Yeah.
right. In terms of competitiveness, human resources in Indonesia, what do you think, comparing to other countries in the region?
Yeah, I think Indonesia's been left behind a bit. You can look at Vietnam. Yeah,
Right.
Vietnam's a good example.
Right,
Very rapid development of universities,
right,
and also a welcoming of international support.
right,
Whereas Indonesia, I think after the crisis,
yeah,
there's been a certain suspicion of the assistance from countries like in those fields,
right,
countries like Australia and the
Yeah.
US.
right,
In the earlier period,
yeah,
when Indonesia really did have a shortage of skilled manpower,
right,
foreigners did play a direct role in places like Kacamata
right,
in teaching and research projects and so on.
right,
But increasingly, that's now turned over to Indonesians for obvious reasons. There are lots of
yeah,
Indonesians that are looking for better jobs.
right,
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
With you say foreign coming? I was lucky, but
yeah,
doing anthropology and Pak Masri was good,
yeah,
and he always that's why I know Pak Chris
Yeah.
because I was taught by Ibu Valerie Hall,
right,
also Patrick Winners, Michael Duff, Robert Hebner, because
right,
all with Pak Masri.
oh,
And then I was exposed with them. They
Right.
coming for a week,
mm,
and so I was lucky. Look, I was taught by foreigners,
right,
but I don't know now because with the what is a student undergraduate no. For
yeah.
me, I think I was so lucky.
Yeah, so at that time there was a lot of interest on Indonesia. So
Alright.
Australians study Indonesia. What do you think now? Is it the same interest or is it declining? If Bahasa Indonesia or of any indication, it seems like the interest of studying Indonesia is not as high as that time. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not really sure
Yeah,
at the moment. Yeah, during
Right.
after I left Indonesia, but still I think it's you say it's declined because that time when I was in Indonesia, but
yeah,
I met a few Australian coming and they study in Indonesia, but not
right.
a lot. Yes,
Yeah,
I met three people. I think he was from ANU, from
Mm.
Sydney, and Melbourne. It just happened
Yeah.
that time when I was in Jogja. They come to Jogja, and I was asking if they can ask me to be a tutor, and then
Yeah.
I was in Jogja. I was tutoring them
Mm.
that time. Yes, but
Okay.
I don't know now. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope.
But and how do you keep up with Bahasa Indonesia now?
At the moment, I really like to keep up. Like,
Yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
Sarah asking if I can talk Indonesian. I say, yeah, but I have to be just volunteer.
This
because,
is our Sarah dong?
yes,
Okay.
because I have a problem with my vision.
Mm.
I cannot read, but I like to be volunteer. But after
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you know someone want to learn Indonesian, everything, I'm happy to have.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's good. Yes, yeah.
Do you,
yeah.
how do you speak in the house? Like Indonesia, Java, or
We
English?
make three Indonesian, Javanese,
Do you speak Japanese, Pak Chris?
Java.
bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, a little bit.
Mm.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to be ready if she gets angry with me. Maybe don't be Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it, Ibu Tri, is it, oh, well, I heard from
Yeah.
some people that, of course, there are some Indonesians here in Australia who are willing to teach Bahasa Indonesia as well, but the process, the administration is very difficult to get into teaching Bahasa Indonesia in Australia. Is that right?
In Australia.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think what happened is all of us teaching,
Yeah.
we don't have any, if we not really learning, we just doing it.
Right.
No one ever, what is it, training us. They
Mhm.
just ask, you want to be tutor like me? My
Uh-huh.
experience, I don't have any,
Right.
if I'm from IKEP or something,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
anthropology student and someone asking, and then we develop of our skill.
Mm.
But I think will be good
Yeah.
if there is some training for us, all the Indonesian teacher.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, later on, Indonesian project can
Yeah.
provide them or just how to teach
Support that activity.
for that activity.
Yeah. Of course.
Because to
Yeah.
be honest, all of us not really a teacher
Mm.
before. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Some can be a good teacher and then knowledge, but like you know Ida Nurhayati?
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Ibu Ida, she's teaching, but she's also from IKEP, so
Right.
they're really good.
Yeah.
And who else can really teacher? Not really. We all just from different
Right.
discipline.
Right.
Yes, yeah, but maybe, yeah.
At the moment, is it mainly in Canberra? What about in other states?
And others is quite strong at Point Cook, but
Oh, okay.
because Point
You
Cook
know,
before,
No.
the place in Point
Right.
Cook, Point
Point
Cook
Cook.
is a like institution before they established to teach the diploma
Right.
before they go to Indonesia.
Right.
Not just Indonesia, all over the world. They study over there, but
Okay.
Point Cook,
Just outside Melbourne, right?
outside Melbourne. It
Right.
was in Point Cook, but not anymore. They moved somewhere, I thought, Werribee or something, not in Point Cook
Mhm.
anymore.
Right.
So this is like Pak John Monfries,
Yes.
David Reeve, and other thing. They study there. And then Point Cook also developed, they have joined with DFAT.
Hmm.
And one time they, what is it? They established something in Point Cook, start with DFAT
Right.
and Point Cook, they together. And then after that, they established themselves like Point Cook detachment is in Canberra. I think still here now.
Yeah.
Because the head of them, it was before was Peter Blackburn, Joe Coleman, and then Charlene, I forgot the name, and then Adrian Hayes now, but I don't know now.
Right.
Yes. But after that, I lost contact, but I went to Indonesia.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time now, and maybe Pak Chris, Ibu Tri, you have final words to our listeners you want to convey? Maybe Pak Chris. Yeah.
Over the years, certainly, working with Indonesia has been it's been a big challenge, but it's been also a very enjoyable challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked earlier why was I attracted to Indonesia? Well, I ended up doing work in Indonesia, but then I enjoyed it
Yeah,
because
good,
of
but
the welcoming attitude of Indonesians to foreigners.
Right.
It's been a very heartening journey.
Yeah. What about you, Ibu Tri?
Oh, it's good. I think my experience like teaching Indonesian and with the student, and some of the students, I have a close relationship with them.
Right.
And yeah, keep learning Indonesia. Indonesia is good, the culture, and then you can go not just to Bali, I think to Jogja or other part of the Indonesia, like some people go to Mentawai or Grojogan in Lombok, but come to Salatiga or other part of the world.
Right.
Keep learning because we are neighbor. What is it? People to people connection are very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Pak Chris, Ibu Tri, for spending time with me this morning. Terima kasih, matur nuwun.
Thank you very much for asking us.